Can I tell you from my perspective?
Sure.
I know y'all are going to share with me some great services that you've got. So does everybody else. I love surrounding myself with people that I really can trust and depend on. And that's what I want to hear from all of you. So by the time you walk out of here, I want you to convince me that I can truly trust you with this part of my business. Is that fair?
That's definitely fair.
Good. All right, great.
So thanks for having us here today.
Yeah.
We're really excited to be here. We really appreciate the time taking out your busy schedule. We know we've got got a lot going on. Yeah. And we understand your reservations about switching auditors. We hear you had a great experience with Martin and Knight and great relationships, but we feel that we can create a similar relationship as well as provide the expertise for your growing firm. So we wanted to provide you some deliverables. Okay. Here's our proposal. Okay. And then we have deliverables for the meeting, and that is including our agenda for the day on the first page. Okay. A profile of all of us, our core values of PwC, and an IPO timeline, Good. Which Matt will talk about a little bit later. Okay. And then here are some resumes just for some more facts, so you can trust us a little more. Wow. A lot of reading to do. So I want to start off by introducing our team. My name is Alexander Scobie, and I'm the lead assurance partner for the San Francisco area. Okay. And we have John Rotchford, and he's the lead tax partner for the Washington National Tax Services. Right. Megan Mankosh, down on the right, and she's our technology consultant expert in the San Jose area. Matt Yanoff, and he's the management consultant strategist for the San Jose area. And lastly, Kelly Monahan, and she's going to be your main contact because she's the senior audit manager for the Seattle office. Okay. Once I said again, we're very excited to be here. We will cover a bunch of the services that we provide, and hopefully by the end you can trust us as PwC, which is the most important. I like to hear that. And if we don't cover any concerns or questions that you might have, we built in a little time at the end to talk about those. Good. So a little background about PwC. We live by our core values, and that's investing in a relationship, collaborating and enhancing value through quality, as well as putting ourselves in our client's shoes, because we know you have a lot going on, and we want to understand that as well. Okay. A little background with the Seattle office, which you'll have main contact with. It's a mid-sized tier branch, so that creates a small, tight-knit culture, that of like a smaller firm, but we also have access to the big firm resources. So I'm going to hand it off to Kelly, and she's going to talk about our audit services.
Great, thanks. So as Alex said, I'm located in the Seattle office, so I'll be your main contact throughout the engagement. So please, after we leave here today, if you come up with any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Obviously, with your experience as a CPA, we know that you understand the process of an audit very well. So there's just a few key things that we want to highlight that we think are important for Amigo. We will be conducting reviews of your quarterly financial statements and obviously providing an integrated audit. And there will be a team at PwC exclusively dedicated to Amigo that will then be backed by the full extension of services that a multinational company like PwC has to offer. And because we are a large firm, we believe that we have the resources to take you public if you decide to do that. However, we are also very dedicated to our relationships and making sure that the audit gets the attention it deserves. Also, we've audited clients similar to yours. However, we don't represent any of your main competitors, so this allows us to make you our primary industry focus, which we're very excited about. Next, John is going to talk about some of the tax services.
Thanks, Kelly. Neil, the IRS has been playing catch-up with technologically advanced companies such as Amigo. Tax code has had trouble keeping pace with the constantly changing digital environment, and this has created some ambiguity. However, our tax professionals have worked on the forefront of many of these issues. We're confident that we can handle any tax issue that comes our way from your business, both foreign or domestic. From R&D to virtual currencies, we've developed successful tax strategies to deal with any of the various cash flows which your company might produce. We will review your state and federal returns. We'll also help you to determine if you have nexus in any of the various locations in which you operate. And if any issues with the IRS do arise, we'll be right by your side to help you.
So, John, one of the things I'd like to ask you is, and this is one of the things that concerns me, is the IRS really doesn't, not only do they not understand my business, I don't think they understand this industry. So,
I agree with you.
So does this open us up to potential problems that we feel like we're within the guidelines, within the laws, and then they come back 2 or 3 years later and say, no,
I describe it as a fluid process. I mean, working in Washington National Tax, we have our ear to the ground, so to speak, on a lot of these issues. And we have been, like I said, on the forefront of many of these issues. Before something changes, we'll be able to let you know and be prepared for that.
Okay.
So we're pretty confident about that. The other thing we're very excited about is to talk to you about your international expansion. I've actually worked internationally myself, and we can help you develop tax-efficient structures to operate in foreign countries. And as Alex mentioned, I am located in Washington National Tax. However, if you were to accept PwC, I would be happy to relocate to be the lead tax partner on this engagement, bringing the knowledge and resources I have from Washington National Tax to Seattle. The opportunity to work with a company like yours, such an exciting industry, one of the most beautiful cities in the country, is really an opportunity worth
Rains
taking.
a lot.
I can get over that.
Sometimes gloomy weather.
There you go.
Thanks, John. Again, I'm going to reiterate, how excited we're to be here, and that we do have the expertise and the resources, but we're also committed to that relationship. And tough transition for you guys right now, but we are ready to accommodate your needs to that transition. So with about 5 minutes left, Matt and Megan are going to talk about their consulting expertise. So Megan's going to start with us.
Anil, I'd love to talk to you about some of the services, the technology services available to you if you chose PwC, which hopefully will provide you more than just a consulting experience. We would cater these services to be very specific to Amigo, so we focus on things like expanding globally and taking your company public, as well as enhancing the current business structure that you have existing in your company today. We would be with you all the way from the planning stage to the implementation of these new technology initiatives, and then work with you afterwards to evaluate the implementation process and make sure it went as smoothly as you would like. Our ultimate goal would be to make you a leader in areas like IT infrastructure, which we think is a really strong point of competitive advantage for Amigo that you could really capitalize in. Some of the future trends that we'd like to talk to you about is mobile access, so being able to access your databases in like a shared drive nationally and also overseas. Additionally, there's synchronizing business processes under an ERP system, which organizes all of your operational units' data under one central database, making it really easy for management to access whatever they need. Of course, we make sure that all these additions to your technology platform were cost effective, while also evaluating the cost effectiveness of your current technology initiative. Another service that we can provide you is evaluating the way that your existing IT department and other areas of your business are working together, and identify any gaps and work to align these gaps and create kind of a united technology vision for the company, which is extremely important when you're implementing new processes into an existing technology structure. But of course, at PwC, it's most important to us that we answer any of your consulting issues or areas that you have concern in. We have over 100 specialists who work in all different areas who would be available to answer any of your questions, such as Matt, who's going to talk to you a little bit about security and also business process design.
Good. Thanks, Megan. Well, Neil, you know that Amigo has been growing rapidly the past few years, just growing internationally and domestically as well. At PwC, we aim to assist companies such as yourself with their needs, their consulting needs, to make sure that they're more efficient and run smoother, and that their security systems are well developed so that they can protect companies as they expand internationally. We offer specialized and highly trained personnel such as myself that can help work side by side with you to develop these business processes and security systems to make sure that they're top-notch along your industry. The other thing that I noticed that you told us about was about your newest project, Amigo 3D. First of all, if I want to say that sounds like a really cool idea. With that being said, you may be concerned of how you finance this activity along with other R&D activities in the future. Therefore, you may consider issuing an IPO to generate equity to finance these activities. We know that at PwC that this process can be a transformational moment in a company's timeline. It's a really big deal. And we just wanted to let you know that PwC has an IPO center that's built to assist our clients through this process to make sure it's a successful one for them. So in front of you, we actually provide you with the deliverable that has the IPO timeline that guides you through the 3 stages of an IPO: the preparation stage, the execution stage, and the post-IPO stage. I just wanted to highlight a few things that PwC can offer to make sure it's successful for Amigo. During the preparation stage, we can offer an IPO readiness assessment, This assessment will illustrate potential deal breakers and highlight potential problem areas and processes within Amigo to make sure that they're well prepared as they go into the IPO planning stage. During the execution stage of the IPO, we can assist with pro forma statements and other valuation techniques to make sure that it's executed properly and the IPO is valuated at a reasonable amount. Finally, during the post-IPO stage, we can provide your financial reporting and tax services, because we know that's a big transition from private to public companies, to allow you to make that transition without a hitch. Pretty much in summary, we know that an IPO is a really big moment in a company's timeline, and we want to make sure that you have the right team to help you through that process.
So, I mean, I like all this, so tax, audit, all the consulting, it's great, one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, that's what we aim for. We aim to please.
Yeah.
Thanks again for having us, and we're really excited. We think that Amigo has the opportunity to change the social networking landscape, and we feel that PwC has the professionals obviously here and the resources to reach that vision. So we look forward to developing a partnership with Amigo, and if you have any questions or concerns, we want to address them right now.
Actually, how does the fee structure work?
The fee structure, does either Kelly or GP want to handle it?
I'll take that, yes. Based on your needs to have a PCAOB audit, we took the approach that it would be auditing similar to a public company. We figured that the audit fees would be at $2.5 million. We also, for the tax fees, we base it off your competitors, what they're paying right now in tax fees, and based on their size, we scaled it down, and we believe that would be around $250,000 a year with your international included. So for a total of about $2.75 million. If you needed other services, obviously we could create proposals for that.
Are those hard numbers, or if you got the business, you willing to get in there and take a